I wish I had a joke to follow up my water skit last year, but you know, I don't. It's really hot out though, so I'm gonna drink more water. Hey guys, thank you for tuning in to Channel BK. My name is Brian. Welcome to a EP mixtape. Whatever one of those, I guess both. Review of the new Mick Jenkins project, Waves. Mick Jenkins is a Chicago MC. He really blew up last year with his mixtape The Waters, which, as you guys maybe know, was my favorite hip-hop project of the year, my second favorite album of the whole entire year. And it's just been so great to see him progress. The second I heard him, I'm like, I need to see where he goes and what he's gonna do next. And obviously he announced, actually when this project just came out, that his first debut album, The Healing Component, will be coming out soon, and that this is sort of the tide us over. And he released 3 singles before it came out. Alchemy, which was a huge banger. I love this track a lot. It had sort of a Waters feel to it, like it just sounded like it was going in another direction in terms of sound, but it still kept a lot of those elements. And I thought the guitars at the end were really, really cool too. P's and Q's. This track was absolutely bananas. I love this track. Again, there's just some nice guitars that go throughout the entire track. And Mick Jenkins' verses were absolutely ridiculous on this track. And then we got Get Up, Get Down, which I thought was very different production, and I think was even the most far out there in terms of sound for him. And I thought the breakdown was kind of cool, and it's a very bright and colorful beat. And to be honest, going into this album, I didn't really know what to expect. I didn't know kind of where he was going to pull from. And obviously this mixtape or EP, whatever, kind of pulls from a lot of what he's been doing with The Waters. He's doing some little different things, and then he's really stretching out into different territories. But do I really end up thinking this is a great project? I actually do. I think there's like 1 or 2 little problems with it, but I really loved what Mick Jenkins did here. Again, it just feels like a lot of the experimentation paid off. Except for one song, Your Love. That was the only track on here that when I heard it, I was like, I couldn't. When the song kept going and, you know, he was kind of, you know, just doing his own thing, it was okay. But his kind of weird, like, off-kiltered singing, moan singing thing, I couldn't do that. I think that was kind of a failed experiment. But I think overall, he does a lot of interesting things on here. Like I said, from pulling from old stuff to new stuff. Obviously, P's and Q's and Alchemy and Get Up, Get Down I talked about. But something like Piano, which also kind of takes from Alchemy, which has this very eerie, kind of watery sounding feel. And I think Mick Jenkins was great on it. I thought the story he told was great. And I thought this was, again, like Get Up, Get Down, an interesting thing that he had on this mixtape or whatever with his flow. I thought his flow was really great on a lot of these beats in terms of the beat working for him. Like on Get Up, Get Down, on the breakdown part of that song, where he's like sort of like going in and like the bass is like bumping to it. And same thing with Piano, where he's doing the money back, where it kind of breaks and switches for a second. I thought that was a really cool, interesting thing. And something like Slumber, which I was very scared when I first heard it, but I thought he was great on it, and the features were great on it, and I thought the really great jazz organs and the drums and the trumpets, I thought it all worked really well together for a great package. And also on the other end of the spectrum, 40 Below, where it opens with a skit from a 1992 Eddie Murphy movie, Boomerang, which I just learned now, and then it just switches into this absolute banger. This was a song that Mick Jenkins tweeted about, like a little snippet, and when I heard that, I'm like, this is gonna be one of my favorite tracks. And it most certainly is. I just love his voice. I love the way he raps on it. I just love how each time he switches up, like when he first starts, he's low pitched, then he goes to his normal rap sound, and then he's kind of a little bit high pitched singing on the rest of it. This song was absolutely crazy. And then I thought Perception was a great way to end this as well. The chords on it are very kind of weird and wonky. I thought that Willy Wonka punchline about the no ceiling, you know, I thought that was kind of fresh. But to be honest, the other big problem I think with this is I wanted more. Like, P's and Q's I think does a good job keeping a lot of raps contained in that track. I would have loved to see a second verse on a lot of these tracks. There's really not that much. Sometimes it goes into the chorus a lot, or or the hook. Sometimes it goes into like a weird bridge a couple times, or there's other features that take over. And I would have loved to see Mick do a little bit more on a lot of these tracks, because I think the potential was definitely there for him to do that. But I think overall, this was a great project and a great sort of middle project until his album comes out. I think it's a great progression from The Waters, and it's cool to see him pull all these new influences, bringing his old stuff with him, and I think he's just developing more and more and more as an artist. And I'm surprised that people are kind of saying, you know, it's not as good as The Waters, blah blah blah. I personally don't think it's as good as The Waters, but I think for what he's trying to do, I personally think for the most part he pulled off everything on this mixtape, and I think it's definitely a mixtape or EP, whatever the fuck, that is definitely going to be played a lot for me. So what do you guys think of it? Are you as high up on it as me? Are you a little bit kind of with it? Leave all that in the comments below. Favorite tracks as well. If you like, please like, and please subscribe if you want more music reviews as well as movie and television reviews, original stuff hopefully coming soon. Raw discussions every now and again. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for tuning in to ChannelBK. Peace out, guys.